Hello traders and welcome back to Smart Money Insight. So this is going to be the channel for those traders who are looking for the smart trading opportunities, or for those of you who kind of like new in the market and you want to learn more about how to trade better in the stock markets, then I would say that this is just the right channel for you. Well, my name is Rein and today we would like to deep dive into a stock called Broadcom. The stock code is ABGO, and the reason why I'm so into this stock today, well, because the stock appears to be at a very critical junctions right now. Means that it's presenting a buying opportunity for savvy traders, and at the same time for those of you who hold some stocks, hold some positions in Broadcom, then today I'll tell you that I have a good news, or at least a good opportunities that you really want to look at further. Alright, so just stay tuned and let's first talk about its technical price analysis. Now let's take a look at this Broadcom chart. Well, it's, I would say, kind of obvious that the Broadcom right now is rebounding at this strong support level, which I would say that this is suggesting for a possible trend reversal. And at the same time, if you draw for, well, I would say a long-term resistance support line, well, this is acting as resistance over here and support over here. So if you draw this long-standing horizontal support line, I would say that this further reinforces the strength at this level right now, with a stock showing signs of bouncing back. And now what is even more compelling, I would say, when you zoom in here and you look at this bar, I would say this is such a short bar with relatively a high volume over here. So this indicates that the buyer were actively buying and defending at this price level. And this is further reinforced by the following day on the 7th of March here. When you look, there is a remarkable surge of about 8% here, with the volume spiking further here. And this is signaling for a robust market confirmation on this rebound. Well, I would say that this pattern is often a good sign for momentum traders looking for an entry point at this price level. Now, when we look and we take a step back here, looking at the broader, the long-term trend here, I would say still remain intact with the upward trajectory over the long term, meaning that this demonstrates that for institutional investors and long-term traders, they still have a very strong confidence over the Broadcom stock and prospects. So the questions that many traders or investors have is why the stock plunge of, year to date about negative 18%, which I would say right now it's representing the opportunity over here. Well, as you probably know, if you heard about the DeepSeek, well, a lot of investors are putting overly concern about this AI spending and new tariff announcement by the Trump administrations. So I would say that this pullback was largely influenced by the broader market sentiment rather than company fundamentals. So I would say that this temporary setback should not overshadow the strong reasons over the Broadcom potential today. And talking about the fundamentals, well, I would say that the Broadcom just delivered a solid earning beat. The company reported revenue of $14.92 billion, exceeding the Wall Street's expectations of $14.62 billion. So I would say that in a market environment where AI still remains as a hot commodity, then I would say Broadcom robust performance and its strong guidance will make a compelling case. So the question here is, where do we go from here? Now, when you look at the stock right now, it's rebounding from a key support level, and together with the solid long-term trend, together with the solid fundamental as well. So I would say Broadcom today present a very promising opportunity for investors. But still the question is that, well, the price for tomorrow might further up, testing its resistance level over here or even beyond. or perhaps that it dropped and testing its current support level. So in order for us to understand this more, so you want to stay tuned as we deep dive deeper into the Broadcom option market just to understand more about the current sentiment of the smart investors. But before that, for those of you kind of new with this channel, so you can like to support the channel, you can subscribe and also click the notification so you will not miss out any good opportunities available in the stock markets.
Now we will dive into what the option market is telling us about the Broadcom stock. As per closing of the March 7th market, here's the option profile of Broadcom. The top chart is the implied volatility smile of Broadcom, with the x-axis representing the option strike price and the y-axis representing the implied volatility of the option at each individual strike price. The blue dots represent the put option and the red dots represent the call option. Close to the current stock price ATM, the average implied volatility of the call options is lower than that of the put options. That indicates the trader's fear for a price fall is greater than the expectation that the price will rise. Close to the current stock price ATM, the average volume of the call option is much greater than that of the put options. Clearly, it shows that the traders are betting their money more on a rise in the stock price than the fall in the stock price. Particularly, the traders appear to bet that the stock price will rise to 205 and beyond. In the universe of the option open interest, the open interest see a more meaningful rise in the call option from March 6th close to March 7th close at strike prices near ATM than that for the put option open interest. This is a bullish sign, although it doesn't appear to be too optimistic. We can also observe that there is a major put-induced support level at 175 and two major strong call-induced resistance levels at 200 and 220. Let's look at the price chart. The bullish index of Broadcom from the option market perspective is currently 0.625. 0 is for total bearishness and 1 is for total bullishness. Please note that this sentiment reading is taken from what's reflected per March 7th closing market. And like what wise men used to say, all boats rise and fall with the tide. So that is all the analysis for today. See you in the next one and trade smart.